Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, and I'm taking care of business. Joining me today is Ernie Tsu, who is president of the Alberta Hospitality Association, as well as owner of Trolley 5 in Calgary. Thanks, Ernie, for joining us today. Game day in Alberta. Are you excited about this upcoming Battle of Alberta?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great time. We saw Daryl Sutter's interview yesterday, and it's not so much a Battle of Alberta, but we're hoping that it brings more of the community together.
Okay, super. Let's talk about the impact this is going to have on the hospitality industry, both here and in Edmonton, of course.
Well, I think the sports pubs and the local pubs and neighborhoods pubs, I'm hoping that they're seeing a big uptick right now. Our local restaurants, you know, I'd hope that public are going out to support their local restaurants before the games, for the home games, and then heading to the game after.
Okay. You know, I know it's a tough thing to quantify, but I'm just curious on like for yourself personally at Trolley 5, on a regular game night, how much more business do you do than say a regular evening without a hockey game?
Well, on the weeknights with the hockey games, I mean, we're in that 40% range of increase. Able to seat all 3 floors where we generally only seat 2. But you know, the whole Red Mile has been very, very busy for the games.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about that Red Mile. What's it like down there, game nights in the playoffs, and then especially afterwards when the thousands of people from the dome start pouring out?
Well, I had 2 restaurants in the 2004 run on 17th Avenue in the Red Mile, and after the Flames won Game 7 on Sunday there, it was a big flashback. The whole street was closed, thousands of people walking down the mile, lots of excitement, energy, you know, so it's been great.
So tell me just, you know, obviously the industry itself on the whole has gone through some challenging times in the past 2 years, a lot of revenue down quite substantially. How important is this now that we're back on? We've got an event like this going on with the playoffs for all those industries that have been hurt for the past 2 years.
Yeah, it's just positivity. It's being able to positively get together with your neighbors and the community and celebrate and cheer for something. For my industry, it's a very small step back for the last 2 years. You know, it's been the last 2 years have been open, closed, and it's still going to take, you know, a good 26 months to get out of the 2 years of debt worked in the pandemic. So, you know, for our local restaurants and pubs that are getting the support of the hockey fans, you know, it's a small step, but it's a much needed one.
Okay, so Ernie, I gotta ask you, because I've seen on social media you wearing an Oiler jersey. What's that all about?
Hey, I'm an Albertan. I support both teams, but everyone's been asking me what jersey I'll be wearing. You know, we're massive fans of Andrew Mangiapane here. He's a class act that comes into the pub, so I'll be wearing my Trolley 5 flannel during the game. Yeah.
Super. And one last thing, you know, the momentum here, depending on how things go, of course, could be carried right through into another big event that's coming up, Calgary Stampede again.
Yeah, we're excited, man. I think this Stampede, as a born and raised Calgarian, I think we're going to see the busiest Stampede in probably 12 years. You know, there is so much excitement built up around the Stampede. We're seeing corporate functions starting to get booked out up in, you know, in all the event centers across the province, not just for the Stampede. So the Stampede is going to be a great stepping stone leading into summer.
All right, super. And hopefully it's going to be a great summer for the restaurant and pub industry this year. And patio season awaits. Thanks a lot, Ernie, for joining us today.
Cheers. Thanks a lot, Mario.
All right, super. That was Ernie Tsu with the owner of Trolley 5 in Calgary, but also president of the Alberta Hospitality Association. I'm Mario Toneguzzi, taking care of business. Thanks for joining us today.